Well, hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Sancholi, and you have found this week's Espresso, brought to you by Live Well Naturally. Today, it's another DIY. I'm really excited about it because if you ever struggle from sinus pain or congestion, this is a great DIY for you that will definitely do the trick. So if you're curious, let's keep going. All right, so here we are, my espresso chat. Again, I'm Sherry, and it is brought to you by Live Well Naturally. You know, when I wanted to make these chats, I wanted to make them sustainable for both myself to produce and for you to enjoy. And I think it's a great learning style, just little bits of information at a time. When you sit down, you just want a little coffee break. You can watch one of these and you're learning, in just small little doses. And that's how I came up with espresso. I'm expressing myself kind of like a little coffee break. So here we are. And if you don't know me, I just wanted to give you a little glimpse into my life. This has been, you know, my passion is family, close friends, music, travel, beach, dogs. All of these things are things that really are at my heart, and they always have been. So back in 2018, before I found doTERRA, I was doing a lot of these things. Some of these pictures are from back then, and having a good time. I felt healthy, I felt well. I've always been blessed with a lot of vitality, and yet I'm also very grateful that I'm open-minded. And so when someone came to me with the idea of buying a kit from doTERRA, I thought, well, yeah, I like natural things and essential oils. I like things that smell good. I used to use a lot of candles and like artificial air fresheners. And so thankfully, I gave it a go because in time, I have one by one gotten rid of all of those toxic products that we had in our home, from different various cleaners to the candles and the air fresheners to what we were using for laundry and dryer sheets and all kinds of stuff that was affecting my health. And of course, I'm going to, the whole reason why I'm here is because to tell you that I feel better, but more so like I'm so excited to help other people. It's like one of my main things is like I was just trying to help, like I want people, if I'm onto something, I want them to know about it because it brings me great joy to help other people. So here I am spending my Monday morning recording this so that you can learn more about it as well. So I made this slide to kind of give you an overview of, why essential oils, what's all the buzz about, right? And why doTERRA when there's so many options. Basically, in a nutshell, essential oils are just, it's like smelling a rose. They're made from plants, they're distilled from all different parts of the plant, from the root to the bark to the petal, depending on what the plant is. And there's 5 different ways of distilling them. 3 are the most common. And so, yeah, we gather up the essence of the plants, which are medicinal, which are therapeutic, and we put it in a bottle. And that bottle is concentrated. They go a long ways. Usually, it's like, you know, a drop will make a difference. A drop of lemon in your water will be a great antioxidant. Sometimes, if it's something like oregano, a drop is too much. You want to put like a toothpick in and then stir it into your spaghetti sauce or whatever you're making. So they're going to last a long time. They're price efficient and they're safe for children and pets. You do need to dilute them more because they're so concentrated. They're diverse. They can help in a multitude of ways. And so, like up here in our RV cabinet, we have a box of a dozen of them, and that's going to work for a multitude of ailments. We also have back in our medicine cabinet a tower that has like 40 to be, fully transparent. And with those 52 oils, we can cure or ward off any kind of seasonal threats, which I have done over and over. We lived in our RV for a year just recently, and it was like all we needed. I did have one thing of antibiotics and one thing of pain pills for anything catastrophic. But other than that, we had everything else covered with oils. All right. We were founded in 2008. It means doTERRA means gifts of the earth, which is just so apropos because it really is. I mean, it's what your great grandparents used before all of this other stuff came on the scene. And we need Western medicine. I need antibiotics sometimes. Sometimes I have something that it's just gnarlier than what an oil can handle. Or like, you know, something, God forbid, like really terrible happens, I'm going to want some pain pills so that my body doesn't go into shock. But for the most part, oils are handled 99% of our needs. You can go to source2you.com. On the bottom of the bottle is a batch number. It's going to tell you where it was harvested, the date, and the breakdown of it. Healing Hands is a philanthropic organization that we started, and we build schools and water treatment facilities and health clinics, and we help people all over the world and domestically. And it just is a feel good business. You go to their convention and you get it. We are all heart and soul, and we are empowering people both from the customer end to the farmers. Okay, I could spend an hour on this slide. Here we go. Today's topic is sinus relief. I don't get sinus infections or congestion and pain often, but when I do, I get it so intensely, and it just really, really is uncomfortable. I can't, you know, move around freely. It affects my thinking. I just like it's right there in your head, right? So here's what you're going to do when you feel that coming on, or you have a bad case of it. You're going to gather your oregano, your lemon, your peppermint, and your tea tree. Sometimes they call it melaleuca oil, and a coffee cup or some kind of container that's ceramic or glass. And I'm going to walk you through what you do. Well, first of all, that's right. I'm going to tell you why we picked these 4 oils. So oregano, I've come to learn that like anytime I need something that's like really healing, it seems like more times than not, oregano is part of the recipe. Last week, we talked about our flute DIY, which is a roller to ward off any kind of seasonal threats. That had oregano in it, and this does too. Also really powerful for UTIs, frankincense, on guard, and oregano. Okay, I digress. So oregano has a natural antibacterial and antifungal properties. So it can fight off the actual sinus infection. It's not just about opening up your airways or making you feel better. It's actually going to fight the infection that you have inside. And so it is a great oil to inhale. Lemon it also really helps with sinus infections. It reduces inflammation and it kills bacteria that would cause the bacterial sinusitis. It's an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and it can help with your congestion and relieve symptoms like your stuffy nose, runny nose, coughing, or sinus pressure. Peppermint is a powerhouse oil for anything respiratory. It's a great decongestant. It can actually shrink the swollen nasal membranes, mucus relief, helps to loosen and clear your airways, loosen your mucus, clear your airways. It has a cooling effect, which I've been leaning into lately with these warm days. And it can stimulate the olfactory system, which is connected to your brain. And so it triggers a reflex that opens your airways. Your olfactory system is just, I should do a whole class on that because it's amazing. Okay, lastly, tea tree, which is also sometimes called melaleuca, is also really great at reducing inflammation, fighting bacteria and viruses because it has an anti-inflammatory, it reduces the swelling, antimicrobial. It contains a compound called alpha sabine, I hope I'm saying that right, which is an active antibacterial and antiviral and antifungal. It has all those 3 properties. It's also really great by anything that's caused by allergies. So as you can see, we really covered all bases with these 4 oils. Okay, a little bit of a deeper dive. The anti-inflammatory, which of course comes in all 4 of the oils that are in this recipe, is really great at your reducing the inflammation in your nasal passages, which eases breathing, makes you feel like you are getting more oxygen, you're at ease, right? The antimicrobial is also in all 4 of these oils. I started doing these slides and I realized it was very redundant. And then I was just like, wait, I just need to do the header and then these oils because it's in all of it. It's going to help fight bacteria, viruses, fungi that can cause sinus blockage. And then the antioxidant, you guessed it, it's in all 4: lemon, oregano, peppermint, and tea tree. So what a smart recipe, right? It's going to help boost your immune system. It's going to help your body to fight these infections. So tips to put you back on course. What do you do if you're just like really feeling it and you you want to figure out how to, get over it. First of all, a great rule of thumb for any all the time is to drink water. Your body really, it's made up of water. It really needs a lot of water. It's a really great way to help support you stay hydrated and keep your body running at its best. The steam inhale from a hot shower, the humidifier, or a bowl. And I realize I'm pretty sure I don't explain what to do. So I'm going to take a moment here and explain what you're going to do with all this. You're going to put 2 to 4 drops of each oil in a coffee cup. You're going to add boiling water, and you can just sit and inhale that over as the steam wafts up towards your face. Or if you really want to target it, you can actually put a towel over your head and then put your face over the bowl and really absorb the oils that way. Okay, I digress. I would start with 2 drops each because especially the oregano is so strong, and just make sure that you can do that. You can even start with 1 drop each. It's always better to start slow, make sure it feels right to you and not too much. And then you can always add another drop of everything and work your way up to whatever is the right mixture for yourself. Oh, yeah, I do say this in here. You can lean over the bowl with a towel over your head. Okay, good. I'm glad I covered it. A warm compress is also really great. I got a sty in my eye recently and I just put a warm compress on it, and that's all I needed to do. Of course, no essential oils in your eyes. But for your uh, sinuses, you can do a warm compress, and you could put, again, little bits because you don't want peppermint right below your eyes. It would be very intense. But you can put a little bit of lemon, a little bit of some oil on the compress, or just do it with just warm water. Nasal spray, again, using the saline nasal spray just to thin your mucus, although we did learn some of those oils also help thin your mucus. Elevation, keep your head up. If you're having a hard time sleeping, stack up your pillows a little bit. And this is a hard one for some people. I know the caffeine would be a hard one for me. Avoid caffeine, salt, alcohol, tobacco, because it affects your circulation. And then relaxation, just try taking some deep breaths, meditation, yoga to reduce the pressure and the pain. And, the peppermint is really going to help you feel more open, like you can take those deep breaths. And then exercise. Of course, you're not going to feel like you want to go running and pounding when your face is so tight and hurting, but you can do, go for a gentle walk, some slow flow yoga, anything that just kind of like puts your body in that rest and digest mode instead of fight and flight. All right, we're winding down. I really try to stay true to my 15 minutes, run out and turn about. How did I end up with doTERRA all through our house and our lifestyle and my go-to? I didn't do it overnight. It would have cost a fortune. And even if I wanted to do that, it just would have been overwhelming to try to learn so much in a short period. I really love this. When you run out of something, turn about and don't just go buy the next thing. Consequently, now that when we go to the stores, we just hardly need anything from a traditional store because we get our cleaning supplies, our laundry, our personal care products. We no longer use candles or artificial air fresheners. And next week, I think it is, I'm doing a thing on supplements. We have so many supplements, and I'm so excited to be telling you about them. So please circle back so you get that espresso chat too. Okay, and then screenshot this. We're down to just a minute and a half, so I don't want to spend too much time. Every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I do these chats live. And I really hope that you log on someday so that we can have you as a part of our group. It's a really great way to just kind of have it be a little bit more improv. You can interject with questions. At the end, we can chat if you have time. So that's a great way to log on to the Zoom. And then if you miss it, maybe you're working, maybe you're just not available on a Wednesday morning, you can log on to my YouTube, which is Live Well Naturally 123, which I think you're getting because this is probably how you're watching this. I do live events the first and third Wednesday of every month at our residence in Pacific Beach, a suburb of San Diego. And I also do online orientations for customers and business builders on the second and fourth Wednesdays. And then this is how you keep in touch with me. I'm down to 30 seconds, so I'm just going to stop this so I don't get distracted. You can text me on this phone number. You can email me. Please like and subscribe if you're on my YouTube, Live Well Naturally 123. I really am trying to build my community. And then livewellnaturally.us is for my website, my Facebook, and my Instagram. All right. Well, I sure do appreciate you logging on and learning another little round of information. And I hope that you come back soon. And if you have any questions, reach out. And meanwhile, have a beautiful day. All right. Thank you and bye bye.